you, thank you.
Yeah, this is like home.
If I knew you was gonna have that shit on, I would have like you came well dressed, prepared. I'm like, I feel like I gotta go back and throw some more clothes on.
I had to represent my people, you know.
Yeah, as you should.
Yes,
as
yes.
You should.
So Akwaba.
Believe that. Okay, Akwaba. I like it. I like it, my brother.
Welcome to Ghana.
Thank you.
All right, first off, congrats on the unveiling. It was a beautiful one for all of the boys yesterday.
Really was.
But I'm sure you've been doing your checks way before that.
Yeah, but this one felt special though. You know, it kind of goes back to what you said as far as like, why did I come here? And I think it was important for me to come. And I'm pushing and hoping that others follow me.
That's right.
You know, one of the things that I've been very disappointed about seeing, you know, I'm happy that, you know, our music and Afro beats is growing and it's giving a lot of, you know, young Africans an opportunity to succeed and take care of their families and, you know what I mean, and feed themselves. But, you know, one of the things that I was a little bit disappointed is that they're signing to these companies and from a distance.
Explain what you mean by that.
Well, basically, you know, a lot of artists that are signed to these companies never met the CEO of the company.
Oh, okay.
They never, you know, they had meetings on a Zoom. They had contract between lawyers.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, you know,
you're touching base.
If you want to be excited about doing a deal, but you know, at some point you have to, you know, respect is earned, is not given, and I think we have to demand that they come to your country if they want to sign you.
That's right.
You know, if you want to,
a lot of respect.
If you want to sign an artist from Puerto Rico or Spanish act, they're gonna make you come to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
You can't sign them from a Zoom.
Yeah.
You can't do a contract. You gotta come, see the people, eat the food, get involved with the culture. So for me, it was important for Olive and his team to see me come to their country and be next to them side by side through this process. So
I love that.
You know.
Why Ghana?
Man, you know, it's funny because I've heard this question like, why Ghana? Because, man, well, first, everything starts with the artist. And I truly believe in my heart that this brother is special.
Okay.
You know, so yes, it's Ghana, but it's him first. He brought the attention to Ghana, and now I'm here because of him.
Okay.
You know, and so like I've obviously, to your point, I've been blessed by God to work with so many big artists in my career, and I feel like he has all of the sentiments to be in that space with some of those artists that I've worked with.
Wow.
You know, he has an incredible tone. He's an amazing songwriter. As you can see at the show, he's a great performer. So I think he has all the it factors.
Yes,
and also, too, to be honest, it's also a challenge for me because when it comes to Ghana, I feel like you guys haven't got your just due, right? And a lot of times, you know, you get overshadowed by Nigeria.
South Africa.
South Africa. So now I'm like, I want to be one of the first to pioneer an artist from Ghana. So all those things played a part.
I want to be in your boardroom right now. I want to be in your meetings where you're trying to make a case for Ghana. Because I'm sure this questions pop up.
It is.
You have people who will be asking you from the board to even the one you work under directly, asking you, okay, what is in it for us? What do you see that we don't see?
No, you're right.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question, not to cut you off. Like, why do you, because you're in it knee deep.
Yeah.
You get it early, you see it early. Why do you, and obviously I guess I'm asking you from an advice standpoint. Why do you feel that it's been that way? Like, you know?
So we've had a challenge here of trying to show the rest of the world what we have. It's always been the case where we have our talents, we believe in our talents, we trust, we know what they can do. Then we don't dream big enough, or maybe our big dreams scare us. So then we're like, you know what? Maybe I'm not good enough. Then someone takes
the sound, literally a little bit
from
of
you,
and create something
and runs with
big
it. And then we're like, whoa, then we are clapping for that person, forgetting that we initiated that move.
Okay.
So reason I'm asking that for you to see this from outside could mean a lot.
Yeah.
This is
because honestly, I think even the slowing down of this music pace at a point was all from the Ghanaian vibe that other countries recognized and took from.
Wow.
So we've literally been the pace setters.
Yeah.
But it's more of a situation where one person has the crowd and the audience, and the other person just has a source. So the person takes it and amplifies it. So you already
and they become the originators.
Yes, rather than it's being acknowledged that we were the ones that gave that spark.
Wow.
Really, yeah.
And also we lack a bit of variety in our space where we hardly give ear to new sounds. We get fed up easily with the same thing, and we have.
And is that the people or is that the tastemakers?
So both.
Okay.
So the tastemakers are rising from within the people.
Right.
So then they get to the table where they're supposed to be speaking for the people.
That's right.
Yeah, and they're like, you know what? That's nothing new. We're used to it. Okay.
But the world is not used to it.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's really novel where when the world hears
exactly.
it.
So we have some folks like gatekeepers who would probably, or self-acclaimed gatekeepers would be in a hurry to showcase to you what is already baked. Rather than taking to the farms to get the flour yourself, rather than showing you that this was been loving. Have you thought of this? Have you listened to this other new sound coming in? So that's what we have particularly very excited that, well, until Good Sing, some of us never heard of Olive the Boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even on radio, commercial radio.
Wow.
And for us, it's a big deal that we've had this with us for this long, and we are now only getting to find out the stuff we have here. So that's why we are particularly very interested in a conversation like this, and it would mean a lot to those who are probably doubting themselves and whatever sound they've been working on for eons.
And what are some of the things that people like myself and others can do to help influence that? Like
So I think you just need to help us identify that Ghanaian sound.
Okay.
I think we're also caught up in the whole hype, the buzz around, Afrobeats, Africa, Nigeria, already taken. I get that whole thing. And I mean, we've all agreed that at this point on, we need to collaborate.
That's right.
Whether you like it or not, we need to collaborate so the world will hear us.
I agree.
This is sound from Africa. This is sound from us. I mean, on the bigger stage, nobody really wants to know now yet if it's Ghanaian or Nigeria. We have a sound we need to
You know what's funny? I had to cut you off. To your point, in the States, they don't know the difference.
Exactly. They just hear one sound.
They just hear sound, and they just think
sounds
Africa.
good. Yeah.
True. The Africans are the ones that say, no, this is this, this is that, this is I'm a piano.
Yeah.
But in America, to them, everything is Afrobeats. It's not. So they can't tell,
Sukus or I'm a piano or Afrobeats or high life or hip life.
Right. That's right.
And I also think it's time for our young arts to revisit the old tune, go back to some of the old songs that our grandfathers did, and they never went anywhere with us.
And bring that back to the.
We need that tune. There is something very unique about that sound that the world needs to hear.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we need to revisit.
The kids never even heard
songs.
because it was before their time, right?
Exactly. We need to revisit that old sound. The world is waiting for it.
Wow.
So we're excited you're here.
Beautiful. Same.
Hopefully this is the beginning of bigger things to do.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just the beginning.
That's right.
Honestly.
So what's the plan?
Well, listen, the plan is I think you said something that I agree with. Collaborations are important, right? Because it brings different fan bases together and it enhances the song. So if you see like Rimmer, Calm Down was a great song, but then when Selena made it a bigger song. Made it a monster. So for me, it's, putting him in a space where we can collaborate with other, whether it's African artists, international artists, it doesn't really matter. But showcasing his talents as well, and just enhancing. Luckily for me, Loop Music and Full Circle, those guys they're some really good businessmen. That's right. He has a good team already. Yeah. So that was one of the things that made me feel good about doing a deal. Because if it was just me, it would be tough. Yeah. Right? Obviously every team needs a team inside of a team. So those partners are good partners. And then I have a great talent, like an artist in him. So, I gotta just enhance what he's already doing and bring it to the main, main scale, main stage. So.
I have a question on your approach to marketing, promoting arts from Africa. And you guys have a huge umbrella, diverse range of genres, music from across the world. And it's been an age-old tradition from way before I'm sure I was born, 1888. What do you think our sound tells? And is there money? Is there enough money to make from Afrobeats?
Absolutely.
From where you sit?
Hell yeah. And it's about to be even more. 1,000%.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand the infrastructure is not. I want to say they did a study that when it comes to Spotify, Apple, all these big genres are only in the continent like 20%. And you're talking about Nigeria by itself has what 300 million people.
Yeah.
Right. So the whole of Africa only, the states only really make 20% off of the content and the music. Well, that's going to change because they see the powers that's here. The music is growing and they see the opportunity. Yeah. So they're about to build infrastructure. So just imagine if 50% of the continent were online. It's only 20% now, but that's going to grow. So at some certain point, artists in Africa are going to be able to have success just in Africa alone. Like, they're not even going to have to go to America to have success. It's kind of like Spanish music, right? They already make money in their bubble, but it's only because they have Spotify there and they have Apple. But those companies are coming. They're already in Africa now, and they're building these pipelines to build out right the consumers, right, and the buyers. So 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I mean, it's going to be the business model is going to be very, very, very financial.
I love that.
Yeah.
I want to ask a question on 10 years from now, because there's been a bit of a conversation about gatekeeping Afrobeats for Africans, because other genres have gone to a point where the stakeholders who are winning the awards are not necessarily people who look like them. Like take the Grammy Award that was won by Soldiers of Soldier. They were called Soldier. They're about a group of white boys who won Reggae Album of the Year. And they look nothing like the Caribbeans. Right. So it's been a whole conversation on maybe in a few years from now, the ones that will be doing Afrobeats will be Koreans, because right now K-pop is now entering into Afrobeats areas. So how do should we now be looking at gatekeeping respectfully the African music scene to the point where the people that look like us, the people that sound like us, are the ones that are leading the front, as against waiting for record execs who don't necessarily resonate with the system or know how the sound begin dictating how the sound goes?
You 1,000% correct. 1,000%, and that's really my conversation. It's like we gotta own we gotta own it, right? And it goes back to me saying like how you take an artist from wherever, signing to someone that doesn't look like them, doesn't understand the culture, but he's putting a check in front of you. You shouldn't do that deal, right? So I have to give credit to these brothers to once again, full circle and loop, because they had other opportunities on the table, and they said, we want to sign to him because he looks like us.
Exactly.
He's our brother.
He can speak for us in the rooms.
Correct. So to your point, if we don't do that, then yes, there's gonna be a K-pop group talking about some, good sin. You know what I mean? And it's gonna probably sell way more records.
Yes, because they have a bigger audience.
Correct. Yeah. So we have a responsibility, but also too, not just the artists, the people that sign the artists. Because what I realized in Africa, every artist is signed to somebody. It's signed to an entertainment company. True. Whether it's Loop Music or whatever. Well, those brothers and whoever that's doing that, they got a responsibility to do the right thing to the artist. And that's the only thing that's kind of, once again, disappointing, is that, because I see these deals at a high level, and I already know that this shit ain't gonna work. And I sit back and be like, man, why did they do that? They should have done something differently. So far, we got to get educated on doing better deals, and more importantly, to your point, who to do the deals with, for sure.
I like that.
Well, in case you just joined us, we're spending time with Thiam. I was just fine with Thiam. Boo Thiam. What's the long form of your name? Because your brothers, when we tried here one day as a game, we tried Akon's full name here. Right. It wasn't funny.
Yeah,
his shit is different. Mine is simple. My name was really Abu.
Oh, okay.
But
so
they
just
call me
Abu.
Boo for sure.
Oh, yeah.
His name.
He did that to himself?
Then he added some shit. You know what I mean? He added a whole different. You feel me? So
he had all the alphabets in there.
Listen, every single one of them.
Yeah.
And he remembers it like by heart.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you can't hack Akon. if Akon decides to use his full name, make it alphanumeric.
And they say, put in your username.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit.
Well, we cannot wait to see a collaboration between our very own Olive the Boy with, say, Lil Nas X or Harry Styles, Adele, or some of those big names.
We gotta go for it.
Yeah,
we gotta go for it.
Since you're mentioning collaboration so bad, we want to see that happen.
For it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So, what's the immediate project you're working on? That's
immediate project. I'm working with Chloe, who's Beyonce's artist, actually.
Okay.
Really, really talented, super talented. And I just signed Central C.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a big, UK rapper.
Yeah, London.
Yeah, London. So that's kind of been like my priority at the moment.
Wow.
And then I signed King Madi, who's also from Nigeria, 17 years old.
Oh,
yeah, she's incredible. She's actually here somewhere.
Oh wow.
But she has the number 3 song in Nigeria at the moment called Ole. With,
with Buju.
Yeah. So that's been doing really well.
Yeah, we play
Aox.
We play that.
So I'm just really just trying to sign youthful, talented artists. I want to, because I feel like they are the future of music. And it's funny because Africans, we have this whole theory that the kids have to go to school. So if you notice, there's not too many young artists in our space. It's always, they all like older.
Yeah. We consider them school dropouts at some point. Yeah,
correct. So for me, it's like I'm focusing on the youth and the kids. So and so far so good. It's been exciting.
It's beautiful to hear you say this. Well, we know music is come of age, where the ever-changing scene of our music, where people now do this full time.
That's right.
But the whole business side of the music thing is still a bit lost on us here in Africa.
I agree.
We still consider it, I'm passionate about it, I'm talented, and that's it, you go home hungry. But is there something we're missing? Something that, because I promised my listeners we're going to school with you. You're a music executive, you know it all, the back end. You talk numbers, figures.
Right.
You go beyond just talent. Oh yeah, you've got the looks. Oh, your song is nice. No. Now let's talk numbers. Will this work for our people?
Yeah.
So what is one thing, or maybe your top 3 lessons every upcoming musician should learn, or no?
Top 3 lessons is, for one, people say this a lot and it sounds very like
cliche,
but having the right team is important. Because look, when we came into the game, me and my brother, we didn't know what I know now, and we did a really bad deal.
Really?
We did. It was $200,000 for everything, video, album, budget, da.
What?
But, yeah, everything. Right, but let me tell you though, I always say this, is that when you have success, everything changes. Everything. The contract that you signed gets ripped up and it gets renegotiated. Right? So the goal is to just have success. Everything else will figure itself out, because even myself as a VP of Columbia, if we sign an artist for not a little to no money, and he becomes, to your point, Nas X, we gotta make him happy.
Of course.
And we're gonna do everything that we can to make him happy, even if that's renegotiating his deal. At that point, we actually want to, because it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? So, but to this point, I think I just need the executives and the artists to just study the music business. I was, at the time, I was young, I was hustling, he was in the studio.
You needed the money.
I needed the money. So I was hustling, paying for his studio time.
Yeah.
And, by the grace of God, it worked out for us, right? And he became who he became.
Yeah.
So that deal didn't matter in the long run. But sometimes that people hold you to those contracts.
True.
So just don't be excited about an opportunity. Make the right decision and be with the right person, to your point, that can guide, because you gotta understand, Afrobeats it's a baby.
Yes.
It's a new genre, bro. It hasn't been around for 20, 30 years.
Yeah, true.
So you still have some non-believers that's like,
it's a fluke, it's gonna go out.
It's gonna go out.
Soon, yeah.
Right. So people, are they investing in it? Yes, but no. They're gonna sprinkle and say, let's see how this shit works. Because they don't understand it. So if you're not with the right person that can walk you through it, put you in the right rooms, really take it serious and prioritize it, unfortunately, you're gonna be an artist that, how many artists do we know that have a big song, but if they walk in this room, we won't know how they look?
A lot of them.
Too many of them.
Right?
Yeah.
As big as Afrobeats is, we only really know Well, I mean us because we in it, but like the world only really know Burna Boy, Wizkid, David, Ashake, Rima.
Yeah, because they are playing shows, cross-continental shows.
Correct.
And all.
The other ones, they just know their songs. Because most companies just invest in the music. They don't really care about the career.
Right.
So, you know.
Wow. Yeah. Beyond, okay, selling dreams and hopes that, Afrobeat is the future. Or, well, it's got, there's potential. Let's put our money in there. What else do you tell people you meet up with daily about African music in general?
I mean, for me, it's personal because, you know, when we came into the game, we were the only Africans doing it at our level. And I remember vividly when we came into the game, being African wasn't cool, bro.
Yeah.
Right? And I grew up in Jersey where if you was, most Africans will say they was Jamaican.
Just so they accepted briefly.
Bingo. Like they from like the islands and stuff like that. So now to see that, you know, people are proud, people are happy, they represent in their country. It's a beautiful thing for me to see, and I'm happy and I'm proud of that. You know, but you know, this is the music business for us is an opportunity for these kids to change their lives, bro. It's a real business, and they should definitely take it very, 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 very serious.
That's right.
You know, and once again, I just don't want anyone coming here and just grabbing and going. You know, so we got to just make better decisions and be conscious of that.
That's right.
But and make it a business. I mean, look, you can sell T-shirts. You can sell. You don't have to. There's so many other ways to make money outside of the music. Actually, everyone doesn't got to be an artist. You know what I mean? You can sign on whatever. There's so many ways to do it. Just be true to the craft and to the people.
That's right.
You know?
Wow. Well, we will let you leave. But before that, you've worked closely with Kanye West.
Yeah.
What is his take on this whole Afrobeat thing?
Oh, he loves it.
Are we ever going to see a collaboration?
You know what's interesting? I can't say the artist's name because...
NDA?
No, not even that. He was supposed to do... I was going to have him do a song with an artist that's big now in Nigeria.
Okay.
And he was willing to do it. He actually... But he turned in his verse too late for the album. So he's definitely aware, and he loves Africa. And we talked about him coming to Ghana specifically, actually.
Wow.
Like 2 months ago.
Really?
Because you know, look, one thing Ghana has done really well, and I'm not sure if it's like the tourist department or the president, but
it's to open our doors to the rest of the world.
Ghana has been marketed like the home of Africa at this moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone, when they speak of Africa, is
I want to go to Ghana.
Where you going,
Yeah,
Ghana? I'm like, damn, I'm like, there's other places you can go, right? Like, come to Senegal, come to my country. You know what I'm saying? I'll be jealous as a motherfucker. Like, man, y'all don't fuck with the West Side. You know what I mean?
So it's good you mentioned this because the last time we, I think, last December. No, January.
Yeah.
When Dave Chappelle came and he said he was having a conversation with Luther Vandross, who said he wanted a property here in Ghana. Jay-Z said he already owned one in Ghana. And he was like, okay, wow.
Oh, Kendrick Lamar was here.
Yes.
Kendrick?
Yes. They did a concert.
We had a Chance the Rapper.
And then Chance the Rapper did a concert.
Chance and Big Mensa.
They were all in the studio.
Yes. Bro, I'm telling you, a good friend of mine, Rich Paul, who's LeBron's close friend, looking for a property here. I'm like, guys, Senegal is a home too. come with me.
We'll leave your country for jollof.
I'm like, I'm like, yo, we got more than jollof rice, trust me.
We'll save you some jollof.
Yeah.
Let's give them Ghana.
Nah, bro, like people, I'm telling you, Ghana is the most popular African country at the moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
1,000%.
Wow.
1,000%. You know, but you know what though? And it's not hype. People come here and have a really good time.
Yes.
Yeah.
They say that it's really safe.
Yeah.
It's really calm.
Yeah.
Right?
But you came with 7 bodyguards.
No.
But it's who he is, you know.
By the way, as safe as it is, you got 7 bodyguards. I mean, listen.
You need to protect their investments.
In my drive, they drive me around, make sure I'm
Okay,
good.
okay.
No, but seriously, like it's It's not hype.
All right.
You know what I mean? So you all are doing an incredible job.
We love that.
Yeah,
Have you heard some new sounds beyond what you've heard before coming here?
Ghana?
Yeah, now that you're here.
So I went out the other night. I went out with Davido.
Yeah.
He was in town. We hung out.
Yeah.
And we heard. I mean, listen. I've always been a fan of Black Sheriff. He's like one of my favorite artists.
Wow.
To be honest. And so he's just. We talk here and there. He's super special, but it has to be more, bro. Like you guys are a tourist destination now.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to have an African country be a tourist destination outside of South Africa?
Yeah,
True.
that's true.
Because people think Africa's bad, it's crazy, it's this, it's that. So you all have opened the doors and changed the perception of Africa, right? So now it's important to have other entertainers represent the country as well, right? So it's just, we all play a role. You do, myself, to push the conversation and give all of these young brothers an opportunity. So hopefully with Olive.
Clearly, we need to do more.
Yeah.
And we need to be more intentional about
Yeah.
making our place at tourist hub. Good thing too is that we love the fact that we see a lot of opportunities.
That's right.
Cross-cultural opportunities here. And our nightlife experience is getting better.
Okay.
We're just
Yeah.
hoping that we have enough money in our pockets to fund our tastes. Tastes. We have quality tastes
Yes.
with empty bank accounts. So we want the good things in life. Maybe we should be working harder. Yeah. So we love that. But some of our top guys, you mentioned Black Sheriff, anyone else? We had Shatawale, we got a Sako, the Stone Boy.
Shaka, he's a legend, right? Yeah, I have, and I've been tuning in, you know. But once again, man, I'm just so indulged with the youth, bro.
You want the upcoming ones?
I do because you know, for me that's how that defines your legacy.
True.
You know what I mean? Like I've always been an advocate of the new. You know, because everyone that's now, they're already kind of on their own path, right? You know, so the younger generation have opportunity to change the conversation, and sometimes they're a little more braver.
I heard you were part of the initial conversations with Sarkodie during the days of the convict music thing. Is that
Right?
true?
Yeah, we
Was that
were.
you?
Well, my brother specifically.
Okay.
My brother was. You know, obviously he's actually signed WizKid, and I managed WizKid 10 years ago.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I wanted to sign Davido as well, and you know sometimes it's just too early.
Yeah.
At that time, Afrobeats was people didn't really give it a real shot, a real chance, you know. But to see both of those brothers have success, I go, okay, well I was right,
Yeah.
you know. So and we all still cool to this day, but you know, shout out to my brother. He's always been an advocate. He hopped on David's first record,
True.
signed WizKid. He's always been about the culture in that way. So, you know, I have to give him salute.
That's great. Tell us about Boo Vision.
Man, it's Boo Vision. It's my company. I'm the CEO of the company.
Okay.
And I just want fresh talent, bro. You know, it's not just Africa, right? I just want the best, you know. But obviously, my heart is here. You know what I mean? But I just want the best talent, and I want different. I want unique, and I want new.
Wow.
That's it. It's very simple, you know. And people often say, "Hey, man, how can I get to you? Or how can I?" And I always say, "Man, get hot, and I'll find you."
That's right. Keep working.
Keep
Makes
working.
sense.
Keep
Trust
working.
me. Oliver's he's from Ghana. I'm here.
Yeah.
He did something right to get my attention, right?
How did your connection with Olive the Boy happen?
I've seen his stuff on TikTok,
Okay.
and someone brought it to my attention. And then my artist Marty made a cover of his song "Good Sin,"
Oh.
and I was like, everywhere I looked,
That song was everywhere.
it was everywhere. So I couldn't even ignore it.
That's right.
I'm like, man, let me listen to this. Like, so now I reached out to his crew, and I heard his EP, and his EP is what made me say, wow.
So you went beyond the hit
Oh,
song.
I had to, because I don't want, like we said earlier, I just don't want it to be about a song,
Yeah.
right? I want to see if did he get lucky?
You wanted more.
Oh, is he talented, right? But fuck, this kid is.
We're on family radio.
Oh, sorry. Bro, this kid is special.
I
bro.
know. I know our setup gives you the podcast vibe, but we have a license
lights,
to protect.
clear, yellow, gray. Nah, but bro, he's. I was blown. I said, man, I gotta meet this kid. I gotta come to Ghana and spend some time with him. So,
So the deal includes. Well, how long have you got him for?
the deal, I think it's like a 3-album deal, right?
3 album.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 album, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully we'll have, by the grace of God, we'll have success, and it'll be 10 albums, you know, and he can, you know, I want to give him everything he need. I want him to come back home and be in a big house, take care of his mom, be successful, have some, like, I want to get
comfortable.
Absolutely. You know, that's like, it's important to me for him to be like, yo, like, I did it, because what it does is going to spark others, bro.
That's right.
To be like, man, Olive did it, I can do it too. And that's what I'm saying. We need everybody's support.
That's right.
You know, one thing I can say about like Nigeria is that when it comes to their stuff, bro, they are aggressive.
Yeah.
They like, this is ours.
And we're
number
taking
one,
it, must do.
we're taking
Yeah.
it, get out the way, right? So like for me, the energies is something that we need here, and I feel like we have with him. And I'm just happy that you guys were, you know, open to letting me speak and come talk to y'all. And
That's right.
And I thank you all, man, because, you know, sometimes you can't see yourself where you're at, but you all are pioneers of this, bro. Like, you're the voice to the people.
True.
So without you, what do we really have?
You want to say that part again, because when you say voice of the people, my people think politicians. Say that again. Say that again.
No, but seriously, like, you know, people are listening right now, right? And sometimes we overlook that, but you are the voice of the people, because
Thank you.
You know what I mean? And Olive was like, nah, these guys are great. Like, he spoke highly. So like the teams, like, yo, because people have called, and I was like, well, who should I go and see?
Yeah.
To be honest, just be very transparent.
And they said, come to the best.
They did.
Yeah.
It was like, yo,
Thank
you gotta, you know what I'm saying, go down to
Come on.
I'm like, yeah, like, nah, they got so I'm like, okay, well. So I'm learning as I go as well. So thank you guys for having me, man. It means a lot. For real.
Olive is on my TV show later on tonight.
Yes.
Showbiz 360.
Yeah.
So it's
Like,
on.
you got a radio, TV.
Yeah,
you gotta have it. You over here. You have to call. I'm gonna have to sign you to Blue Vision. I'm gonna have to sign this guy to Blue Vision. Yeah.
Sign me.
Yeah. We have to have a conversation.
I need a house for mama.
Gotta have a conversation, man.
But since you have Queen Madi here,
Yes.
is it King Madi?
Yes, King Madi.
King Madi, join us. King Madi, join
King.
us. Yeah, because she's out with the new song with Buju. Buju was here not so long
Yeah.
ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the best place to be in Ghana.
Literally, everyone comes here.
Yeah.
Everyone's. That's what I'm hearing.
This is the hub of entertainment. This is the hub of
Yeah, of
entertainment.
course.
So yeah, hi.
Hi.
Aquaba, how are you doing? Let's grab the microphone. Yeah, there we go.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Is this your first song?
No, it's not.
Okay, so you've been working hard.
Yeah.
So
Second.
the 14 million streams is no fluke.
16 million.
Oh wow.
You gotta put it.
Yeah. Okay, let's check out King Madi's song. Faculty, let's go.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, you're waiting for what?
What?
You said you're waiting for what?
Before the camera.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So since you're here, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is King Madi. I'm from Nigeria. I'm 17. I am a singer, songwriter, dancer.
How did you get to meet?
Oh my God.
Yes, I want to hear the boo story.
Like, honestly.
I had my first song, See Finish, out that was huge. Like, it was my first song that I also released as content on TikTok that blew up.
This one.
Yeah,
So this one did the magic.
And it was my first. That's why it was crazy.
Your first song. You know, people have been in this job as long as your age, eh? not even a missed call for a feature.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Wow.
It's crazy.
What drove you into music? Who broke your heart?
What? My mom wanted me to be an artist because she used to sing in the choir when she was younger, and I've loved music since I was younger. And she was just that very supportive African parent that was like, okay, we're going to take you to ballet practice, and then because I dance as well, so she was just preparing me for everything. For the performance, you're gonna need this. Yeah. So it's like she was prepping me for this moment.
Oh,
so,
that's beautiful. Supportive mom right there. Yeah. And not a lot of African homes do that.
No, not at all.
Listeners, don't copy this format. It doesn't work everywhere. Wow, and that's how it happened. So now you're on how many months, weeks, years on the label?
How many?
It's been almost a year.
Almost a year.
Yeah. Almost a year?
Yeah, almost a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you also have 3 albums to do?
Three.
3 albums to do. That's tough.
Man, but for her,
challenging.
it's been very you want to assign artists young and kind of give them room to grow.
Yeah.
True.
Right? You don't want to rush it. You want to just put the music out, but her stuff has been moving faster than expected. At such a young age. So now we're just like,
let's roll out.
Let's just roll out. You know what I mean?
You write your own songs?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you do.
And I write for other people.
You write it?
Wow.
You're a full package. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I know some of the things you look forward to.
1,000%.
In your project. So you'd have to write your own
Yeah, you
stuff.
have to.
You don't want to be paying someone extra.
Yeah, because I gotta go find you to go write the songs. I gotta
bring all your game,
You
man.
feel me?
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah. So that's like the icing on the cake.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's beautiful. We're excited about this new wave across the continent. We can't wait to see you collaborate with a Senegalese, a Ghanaian, a Congolese musician, Francophone Africa.
That's right.
Dig down south.
Amazing.
Do stuff together. Let's see how far we move the continent together through music.
I would love that.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much.
So we're gonna see you tonight with Oliver.
Yeah,
right?
on TV. Yes, on TV.
We're gonna get the whole.
Yeah, then we're on television together.
Okay.
All right.
My brother.
It's just an hour for a lot of things on TV.
Yeah.
But radio, we have much time to talk about everything else.
No,
Right. So
respect.
thanks.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks so much. We want to see you next
Thank
time.
you.
There with
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, anytime your brother is in town. Tell him you came on the best show in Ghana.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, with Giovanni and AJ.
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thiam.
Love.
Yes,
Thank
joining
you so
us here.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's right. Let's follow you on social media real quick. Very important.
King Maddie, QINGMADI.
Okay, King. Your king is a Q.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I love that. And Boo is __BU.
Yeah, and let me get you. Yeah.
Yes, __BU on Instagram. Is the one and only Boo.
Yeah.